Hey guys, so Kantara chapter 1 is releasing on the 2nd of October. But before that, let's talk about Kantara 2022. Let me assure you that even if you haven't watched the first part, you can still enjoy this upcoming film. So for those who haven't watched the first film, I'll try to explain the story as quickly as possible. So the story begins in 1847. A king who has everything, wealth, family and a kingdom, is still not at peace. So he travels deep into the forest searching for peace. There, he finds a divine stone and immediately feels peace within himself. He decides to take the stone back to his kingdom. But the local forest people oppose this. To them, the stone is sacred. So, to understand the story further, we must understand the traditions of coastal Karnataka, especially a ritual called Bhutakola. In Bhutakola, gods communicate through humans through special performers called Bhutanartakas. These gods listen to the people's problem and guide them. And one such god is Panjurli Deva, and his loyal protector is Guliga. So coming back to the story, the villagers are now confused about what to do with the king. That's when Panjurli appears through a Bhutanartaka and speaks to the king. He agrees to go with the king, but on one condition. The king must donate a part of his kingdom to the villagers and never take it back. If he breaks the promise, Guliga will take revenge. The king agrees, takes the god with him and lives peacefully. Years later, in 1970, the king's descendant becomes greedy. He wants to take back the land that was given to the villagers. During a Bhutakola ritual, he asks Panjurli to return the land. But the god replies, if you want your land, you give back your peace. The man gets angry and insults the ritual, calling the performer an actor, not a god. He says he will go to the court. Panjurli replies, you will see who I am. The court won't give the verdict, I will. The god disappears into the forest and soon after, the king's descendant dies vomiting at the entrance of the court. The message is clear, never mess with sacred land. Now, we meet Shiva, a young man living a wild, carefree life. He races in Kambala, hunts in the forest, drinks with his friend and has no direction. But Shiva is actually the son of the Bhutanartaka who vanished in 1970. But by tradition, Shiva should have taken up the role of a Bhutanartaka, but after his father's mysterious disappearance, he refuses. Instead, the role is now passed to his cousin Guruva. Shiva is supported by the local landlord Devendra Suttar, who is secretly the descendant of the same greedy royal family. A new forest officer, Mouriya, is posted in the area. At the same time, Shiva's childhood crush Leela returns after her studies. Mouriya wants to stop the illegal hunting, tree cutting, and clashes with Shiva's gang. Shiva secures Leela a job in the forest police department with the help of Devendra's influence. One day, Mouriya and Leela go to mark illegal land boundaries. Tensions rise. To scare Mouriya away, Shiva increases illegal hunting. But a big tree accidentally falls on Mouriya's jeep. Everyone assumes Mouriya is dead. Devendra advises Shiva and his gang to run away and hide in the forest. But Mouriya survives and now wants Shiva arrested. Meanwhile, Devendra tries to trick Guruva. He offers land and tells him to fake a message from Panjurli telling villagers to give up their land. Guruva refuses. Devendra kills him and blames Mouriya for the murder. Mouriya starts realizing that Devendra is the real mastermind manipulating the villagers to grab their land. Shiva is finally released on bail. He wants to take revenge for Guruva's death. Devendra lies and blames Mouriya again. Shiva goes to kill Mouriya but learns the truth from a village elder, Mahadevanna. Now Shiva confronts Devendra in front of the entire village, revealing his lies and land grab. Devendra brings his henchmen and attacks the village. A huge fight breaks out. Villagers resist but are being defeated. Shiva fights bravely but is overpowered. He falls and hits his head on a stone. The same divine stone from the beginning of the movie. Shiva rises again. But this time, he is not Shiva anymore. He is possessed by Guliga Deva, Panjurli's warrior. He fights like a god and kills Devendra, bringing divine justice to the land. Shiva finally performs Bhutakola, something he had avoided all his life. The Panjurli Deva tells the entire village to live together in peace. As the ritual ends, he hears a voice from the forest. It's his father calling him. Shiva walks into the forest and disappears, just like his father did years ago. Later, it's revealed that Leela is pregnant with Shiva's child. Years later, the boy hears the story of how his father vanished. And the movie ends. Kantara is more than just a film. It's a story of faith, land, tradition and divine justice. If you still get time, I strongly suggest watching Kantara, not just for the story, but to experience Rishab Shetty's brilliant performance and direction. Now that you know the story, you're all set for Kantara Chapter 1. Subscribe if you found this video helpful. Jai Deva.